This month on Mustang Magazine, we talk about the trip the civics class took, the new hall pass policy, our favorite sandwiches in town, and saddle up Mustangs because we recap this month in sports. All that and more on this October edition of Mustang Magazine.
Hello and welcome to Mustang Magazine. I'm Tim Rose.
And I'm Lexi Hatch. School has been back in session for nearly 2 months now, and students are settling into classes.
Recently, some seniors from the NHS Civics class traveled to Washington, D.C.
Hi folks, I'm here at Ronald Reagan National Airport in D.C. with the Norwood High Civics class, and we're just finishing up a great 5-day trip to D.C. The trip was focused on careers in public service. We had a great time. The students were able to visit the Supreme Court building, the U.S. Capitol. We had an impromptu visit with Senator Ed Markey. We happened to just run into him while we were walking around the city. We took a few minutes to meet the students and chat with them. We met with representatives from Congressman Lynch's office as well on the Hill. We also visited 5 different museums, as well as did a walking tour of all the monuments, and even went to George Washington's Mount Vernon. And they're bringing back a lot of information and knowledge and a great experience back to the classroom. But it was a great trip. It was great getting to know some of the students in the civics class, and I think they had a great time as well.
With all the interesting classes at Norwood, there seems to always be some action to cover.
Many clubs and organizations have also been jumping into action, including the Environmental Youth Coalition, whose new project is leaving a mark on the school. Here's Sophia Saratori with the story.
Latin teacher Mrs. Holmes had an idea to collect the dried up markers around the school and get them recycled.
Crayola actually offers a recycling program for used-up markers of all kinds, not just Crayola markers, including the Expo markers that we use here in school on the whiteboards.
Crayola manufactures 60% of the world's markers, and when you add that to the other markers being made, experts say that's about 450 million dried up markers end up in landfills each year.
That's enough markers for the entire population of the United States to pick up a marker out of a landfill and still have 100,000 left over. It's cuckoo bananas.
Markers are not easily recycled. Crayola says they often end up in landfills because the only recyclable part of a marker is the plastic outside, not the ink inside.
You know, one marker isn't just one marker, it represents a mindset of how can we reduce our footprint.
So she took her marker recycling idea to the NHS Environmental Youth Coalition.
Mrs. Leichman and the EYC are going to help with the promotion and the collection of the marker.
EYC is now preparing for a school-wide marker drive and is in the process of placing collection boxes around the school.
We are decorating boxes for the marker drive. We're starting it this week, but it goes on all throughout the school year.
This is one small way we can just try to keep even something like a marker out of a landfill.
Drop off your dried up markers today. Reporting for Mustang Magazine, I'm Sophia Saratori.
Thanks, Sophia. And the marker drive is still going on. So, if you have any old plastic markers, please see an EYC member to drop them off.
Next up, we head into the community to catch up with the owners of a popular hometown deli. Foodie reporters Myra Hines and Emily Trahan bring us the story.
D&G Deli has been a staple to the Norwood community for the past 40 years. The now owners, Dave and George Sad, have been there since it all started.
Bought it in 1978, July 17th. Dave and I both worked for the former owner, J&A Deli, and when they moved to Florida, they offered the store to us, and we bought it, and that's how it all started.
As much as the brothers enjoy running the deli, they also enjoy being a part of the community they grew up in.
I'm one of 8, and we all lived in Norwood, went to Norwood High, went to Norwood Systems. I've been here all my life, I'll die here. It's fantastic. The people in Norwood are great.
Although Dave and George work well together, it's their differences that make the business a success.
I get here 2 hours before opening. He gets here 2 minutes before opening. David is all business. I'm just the opposite. I'm low-keyed and laid back.
Business doesn't always flow as easy in the deli. George and Dave remind us what needs to be done to have their days run smoothly.
Biggest challenge is making sure people come to work every day.
You hire the right people, getting the product out quick, and making the customers happy.
Voted Boston Magazine's best chicken salad, there's no wonder customers can't get enough of it.
Our most popular sandwich is the chicken salad, and we sell about 1,000 pounds of chicken salad a week.
We went to a walnut cranberry chicken salad, we went to a honey chicken salad, we went to a spicy chicken salad.
The second most popular is probably steak and cheese.
Oh, my favorite to make, steak bomb.
Now next time you're hungry, make sure to stop by D&G to grab a sandwich and say hello to the brothers. Reporting for Mustang Magazine, I'm Myra Hines.
Thanks, girls. And for the record, the best D&G sandwich is in fact the egg salad.
Ew. I'll stick with the meatball sub. Okay, now it's time for some sports. And with the fall season coming to an end, there's a lot to report. So here's Joe Spadorcia from the Mustang Sports Blog to get us all caught up.
What is up, guys? I'm Joe Spadorcia. I'm here in Mustang Stadium where the football team has a big game coming up next month, but more on that later. Right now, I'd like to congratulate the golf team on a stellar season and a tournament berth. It wasn't anything new that the golf team qualified for tournament, but the team did look a little bit different itself. Jenny Carroll and Isabel Hagelin bring us a story.
Freshman Erin Sullivan is changing things up on the boys varsity golf team.
From what I know, there hasn't been a girl on the golf team.
Despite being the first and only girl on the team, Sullivan says making the decision to play was easy.
I mean, I'd played with girls that are on all boys teams that actually I've played against this year, and they kind of told me about it because they play on all boys teams too, and they loved it, so I was like, yeah, it'll be okay.
Senior captain Charlie Hanoyan says Sullivan is a great new addition to the team this year.
Erin is a fighter, she never gives up, and she's never out of a hole.
Hanoyan thinks there are advantages from having her on the team.
She's a really good golfer and she's an even better person.
Sullivan has known since 6th grade that she wanted to play golf.
I played with the boys, and I kind of just loved going to that, and it happened every Saturday, so I'd just wait for Saturday to come, and then I just kind of realized that I kind of fell in love with it, and I kept wanting to play.
Sullivan went into the experience not knowing much about the team.
They were actually really welcoming from the start.
I was very excited because it's going to be something different this year for the team, and we were looking very forward to it.
However, opponents are sometimes shocked at first with Sullivan's skills.
They're very surprised how far she hits it and that she's a really good golfer, and they would not expect it at all.
Sullivan hopes that in the future more girls will join the team.
To just stick with the sports that only girls are playing. If you want to play a certain sport, you can at least try and go for it. I mean, like what I did.
Reporting for Mustang Magazine, I'm Jenny Carroll.
Thanks, girls, and congratulations to Erin Sullivan for breaking down the gender barrier for sports in our school. Hopefully that'll encourage more girls to get in the game. Speaking of games, we did have a big one a few weeks back, and as a result, the varsity football team is now on a new streak. Delaney Reardon and Renee Babineau bring us the details.
The Norwood High School varsity football team hasn't had much success lately.
Last time we won a game was about 2.5 years ago.
Quarterback and captain Mark Murphy admits his team has struggled, but he says he thinks they can turn it around.
The only people that know what we go through and how much we work is people on the team. No one outside really knows how hard we work and what goes into it and to get a win.
For these Mustangs, it's been 25 games in a row since they've won, which means most of them have never beaten a varsity level opponent. But Murphy says he won't let his players get down.
We'll get them next week. We have a good chance. Just never fall apart and just keep going every week and keep getting.
Running back, linebacker, and captain Abdallah Khalil says he tries to stay positive and focus on the next game.
It doesn't always end in your favor, so we just, still got more games left after a loss. Tell them we can come back.
So when the week arrived to play the 3-8 Medfield High Warriors, the players knew there might be a chance to end their streak.
We don't really care what people say on the outside because they don't know what it feels like to be on the inside. and we knew we had what it takes.
And they did have what it takes on October 19, 2018. The Mustangs defeated the Medfield High Warriors 21-2.
Everyone that looked down on us, look again, because, we've been working way too hard, and the scores don't even resemble, what the last 2.5 years have been like. We might have lost the war, but we won the battle, baby.
The intensity was there, the execution was there, and we all did good, and good teamwork.
Murphy and his teammates say they felt validated and their team deserved to get the win.
We've been working hard every week. The score doesn't show every week, but everyone just stuck with each other. We kept grinding, kept fighting, and finally did it.
Yeah, everyone was happy. It's hard to keep playing after a bunch of losses and people sticking with it, but they stuck with it.
It felt great to finally win. We've worked so hard for the last 2.5 years to finally get this win. We were ready to go out there and hit them every single play.
Right after, when I saw everyone storming the field, it was a great feeling. Haven't felt that in a while. The team was pumped up. We were probably dancing in the locker room for an hour after, but it felt real good.
The boys have only a few kickoffs remaining this season, including a rivalry game on Thanksgiving against a talented Dedham team. The Mustangs won't be favored in that matchup, but you can never say never. Reporting for Mustang Sports, I'm Delaney Reardon.
And football season is not over yet. The Mustangs have a chance to get another win against Dedham High School right here on this field on Thanksgiving Day. And the team seems pretty pumped, especially the two Dennehy brothers who have been playing football their entire lives. Here they are in their own words.
I'm Tim Dennehy. I'm a special teamer for Norwood High. I got one job when I get on that field, and that's to get that football.
I'm Jason Dennehy. I'm 5'9", 155 pounds. I love that feeling when you're running down the sideline and you just get cracked.
He's born at a small weight of 8.7 pounds. I grabbed a football, turned to him and said, "What's up, bro?" Threw him a football, and he caught it with one hand. I knew it was going to be something special from then. It was ingrained from the first day he was born that we're going to wake up at 4 a.m. every night, every day, and grind.
We wake up at 4 a.m., couple raw eggs, crack a couple of those, eat them up, and then we're usually both up at the same time, so we get up, get a minimal lift in because we're mostly cardio guys, and then we just run down to Bubbling Brook, peaceful sight there, feel the brook run underneath the feet.
I don't really have any free time after practice because I watch film on our upcoming opponent and try to get every single route that they run and their whole offensive scheme down, just so I can have a better chance of helping my team win.
Personally, I don't believe in film because I don't like to have an opinion on the other team, if they're good, if they're bad. I don't want to know who their biggest player is until I get hit by him and get carted off the field by him.
Just the crowd, the adrenaline you get before a game, just getting ready to go out there and give it 110% for your teammates.
We're symmetrical. That's all the way we always will be, and later in life we'll have a great bond. It's just he's going off to college next year, and I don't know what to do with myself. There's going to be a void that's going to need to be filled, and there's going to be some rough nights, I'm not going to lie, hitting the pillow, not knowing my brother's there in the same bed with me, but he's doing successful things, and that's all you can really ask for.
There's 3 people in my life right now who really keep me inspired, and it's Coach Tim Schmidt, Coach DeSoni, and my brother. Make me want to go out there and give them my all every day.
Special thanks to Mustang Sports reporters Johnny Williams and Jake Smelser for putting that together. Well, that's all I have for this month. For more Mustang Sports content, be sure to hit us up on Twitter at Mustang Sports or hit up Mustangs.com. Now back to you guys.
Thanks, Joe, and good luck to the football team on this year's Thanksgiving game against Dedham.
Next up, we're hanging out with the French Club for their first after-school meeting of the year.
And for fun, they were having a scavenger hunt. Sada McLeod reports.
This year, we're going to do a lot of culture activities, but today
Each year, the French Club offers many activities. This year, they offer a special scavenger hunt right after school.
We're going to do a treasure hunt today.
Members of the French Club work in groups of 2 to find clues around the school.
Our team name is #1 winners.
Our team name is Chicken.
Our team name is Bataillon Sauvage.
Each pair competes against each other and the winner gets a prize.
Orange mailbox are what color?
We made it! We made it out room 114!
Even though the winners got a prize, each team was rewarded with a party after school. For upcoming meetings with the French Club, visit Madame Melange in room 269.
Reporting from Mustang Magazine, I'm Sada McLeod.
Thanks, girls. The French Club looks like they had a lot of fun doing their scavenger hunt in the hallways. Any interested student who would like to join the club, they meet every other Thursday.
And sticking with the hallway theme, administrators at the high school implemented a new hallway pass policy. I caught up with Assistant Principal Cindy Durain recently to get the details. Along with a new administration came a change in some policies this school year. One of them aimed at reducing traffic in the hallways during class time.
If you are leaving a classroom to go, have asked all the teachers in the building, regardless of where they teach, to use the official hall passes.
Interim Vice Principal Cindy Durain says the new procedure has been put into place in order to keep students safe and accounted for.
Every kid's schedule, they are scheduled every period to be somewhere, and there's an adult that is responsible for them during that block of time. So if they're out of that space for any reason, that adult needs to know where they are. That's just a safety and accountability piece.
Senior Kiara Galletti says she's not a huge fan of the time it takes to handwrite a pass, but she gets why the new policy had to be implemented.
I understand it because honestly, we do have a big wandering problem at this school, but I don't think this particular solution was the best way to go about it.
In the past, teachers were left alone to handle their own pass procedures. Many of them didn't even use a written pass at all.
Sometimes teachers will use like a silly object, but then you never really know if that's the official pass or if it's just an object that the kid has and they're trying to pull a fast one on you.
And while Galletti says a lot of students don't like the new hall pass procedure, she does admit that she's seen improvements in the hallways.
Well, it's definitely working. I don't notice a lot of wanderers anymore. But
Vice Principal Durain says she understands why students might not like the new procedure.
Well, we appreciate everybody's cooperation in it. I know it's a pain in the neck for the teachers in particular to fill out a pass every time a kid leaves. I think students can help out with that by filling out the pass as completely as possible.
And what happens if you're caught in the hallway without a pass?
And I would say if you're a student and you leave the room without a pass and you are asked for your pass in the hallway, just know that you're creating a situation.
Administrators say the hallways have improved and they will continue to be vigilant about this policy. But don't worry about me because I have a pass. Reporting for Mustang Magazine, I'm Lexi Hatch. Now it's time for another Mustang Minute. So, what movie are you reviewing this time?
Well, actually, I was able to get an early screening of Bohemian Rhapsody, the new Queen epic.
So, how was it?
Watch this and find out. Hello, Mustangs. It's been a while since we've done one of these, but listen to me. Whatever you're doing this Friday night, I can tell you it's lame. I'll do you a favor and give you something better to do with the start of your weekend. Hollywood just gave us all something that I'm urging everyone that is watching this right now to go out and see at the movie theater. It's a story that retells the rise of one of the most legendary rock bands of all time and follows the life story of their flamboyant frontman, Freddie Mercury. This is Bohemian Rhapsody.
Is this the real life? Is this just fantasy? Caught in a landslide. No escape from reality.
So, a quick review. I just want to say that I was a fan of this movie, despite the fact that many of the big critics are not in agreement with me that this was an entertaining film. However, it was evident that both the cast and the crew brought their best to the table in hopes of making such an ambitious film. Each member of the band Queen, or the respective actors who played them to be more exact, did a fantastic job of bringing the band to life on screen. Rami Malek in particular was incredible. Freddie Mercury was an energetic, flamboyant, and animated character both on stage and off, making him an incredibly difficult person to portray. But I've got to say that Rami Malek successfully pulled it off. The movements and mannerisms that Malek made in front of the camera reminded me so much of Mercury, and it really seemed like he was on stage despite the fact that it has almost been 30 years since his tragic death. In fact, I think I smell Oscar material from Malek this year, but that's just me. Now, despite all the positives that I could see, there was one really big thing that stuck out like a sore thumb. The movie rushed through Queen's rise to fame and made them seem like your typical rock band, which is so far from what Queen actually is. In its time, the band was one that brought something new to the music industry, and its music was revolutionary. The band rose to fame over the span of 15 years, with their final performance at Live Aid being one of the most well-known events in rock and roll history. Even today, Queen is still as well-known as ever before, and is considered to be one of the greatest rock bands of all time. But the movie just fell flat with this idea. The band came across as average, and their story mirrored that of many other typical rock bands. I mean, I understand that the makers of the movie wanted to focus on Freddie and his story, but the band's rise to fame was covered way too quickly for me, with only a few montages and band meetings to cover years of hard work and creation. Now, despite what I think of the negatives and the positives are, I implore all of you to go and see the movie yourselves and form your own opinions of it. However, I can guarantee that when you take your seat in the theater, you'll be treated to a few hours of great entertainment with a superb soundtrack layered over it. Until next time, I'm Tim Rose, and thanks for watching.
I'm definitely going to have to see that. So, what movie's next?
Well, you just have to watch next month's show to find out for yourself.
The show is almost over, but before we go, we have a film of our own to screen. Recently, NHS-TV students created a short film in honor of Halloween.
Here's Halloween Addiction by juniors Audrey Scafati, Dan Gruber, and Sophia Serratore.
My name is Autumn Fear. I'm 17 years old and I am a Halloween enthusiast.
Autumn, I need you to drive me to gymnastics practice.
Sabrina, I can't. I'm having a Halloween Town movie marathon.
Again? This is like the third one this month, and it's only September 8th.
Listen, I do not have time. It is approximately 53 days until Halloween, and I am already running behind on my schedule.
If my sister said that she was a Halloween enthusiast, she's wrong. She is definitely a Halloween addict. I have been late to countless gymnastics practices because of her movie marathons and reorganizing her Halloween closet. Oh, sorry, I meant her regular closet. Anyways, she has a problem and I think I know how to fix it.
Autumn, I have a fun idea for us. We could do some sisterly bonding type thing.
What did you have in mind?
We could pick out some outfits for each other.
Okay.
This is going to work. After she sees how she looks in normal clothes, she'll want to get rid of all of her Halloween clothes.
Okay, Autumn, come on out.
What the is this?
Some cute clothes. You look great.
Just give me a second. Here I come.
Oh dear goodness.
Time for Plan B.
Oh my gosh. How did you know I was going to redecorate? I just got back from the store.
When did you even change?
This calls for reinforcements.
Noah, thank you so much for coming.
Is everything okay? Your text sounded urgent.
Well, I need your help with Autumn's Halloween problem.
How do I know Autumn? Well, we used to date from the beginning of freshman year to the middle of junior year.
Sabrina, who's at the door? Noah? What are you doing here?
I just wanted to talk to you.
I swear to God, why do we always have to have this conversation? I do not have a problem. I just get really excited for Halloween.
When Autumn and I first started dating, I knew that she liked Halloween, but as time went on, it started to become more of a problem. Nope, an addiction. She started ditching me to watch Halloween movies and buying spooky shirts. She even started putting up decorations in August. And when Sabrina came to me for help, I knew it was a problem.
I still have an entire Halloween movie to watch, and I expect no one to bother me. Understood?
Yes.
Good.
I thought having Noah here would help. She was head over heels for him, and now those feelings are just gone.
I don't know what to tell you, Noah. I really thought her seeing you would work.
It's like Halloween is completely taking over her mind. I think this is beyond two amateurs like us.
Well, Who are you gonna call? A Halloween addiction specialist?
Hi, my name is Grace Wheeler and I am a Halloween addiction specialist.
Grace, thanks so much for coming.
Anytime.
Come on in.
Thank you. Now, where's my patient? How am I a qualified Halloween addiction specialist? Well, I may only be a junior in high school, but last year I took a college-level psychology class at Harvard, learning all about how the human brain works, particularly in the realm of addiction. Then I started my own Halloween addiction business, and yes, it is a real thing.
She's in her room.
She's having another Halloween Town Marathon.
I see. Let's have a look.
Who's your friend?
Good luck.
Autumn, I'm here to help. These people love you and want your problem to just go away.
Look, I really appreciate what you're trying to do here, but I don't need help. I don't have a problem. I just love Halloween.
There are 2 steps to completely cure someone from an addiction like this. The first step is to put the person in an environment without the thing they are addicted to. Then, the second step starts to work on its own, when the person realizes how irrational they were being during the time of their addiction.
Autumn, do you want to go to a pumpkin patch?
It's only September.
Exactly. It's indoors and open year-round. But it closes soon, so we should go, like, now. Let's go now.
It was not an indoor pumpkin patch. I spent 2 weeks at a help center where it was just really mean people making me talk about my problem. My room! Who did this?
Well, Autumn! Welcome home! How was your time away?
It was great. I really think being at that help center helped me get rid of my problem.
I'm glad. I'll be back in 1 week to check and see how you're doing. Thanks, Grace. We really appreciate it. Anytime. The help center did not help. Grace is coming back today and she told me she knows how to get Halloween out of her system completely.
This is most definitely going to work. I learned a special meditation trick at Harvard that'll make her not want anything to do with Halloween.
Okay, Autumn. When I see you again, you might feel different, but just remember that I love you with Halloween or without.
I love you too, Sabrina, and I know I get annoyed with you, but I really do appreciate what you're trying to do.
I'll be in the other room with Noah. We'll see you in a little bit. Okay, Autumn, you're just gonna lie down and relax. I'm gonna play some gentle music and you're gonna fall asleep. When you wake up, you'll feel different, okay?
Okay.
Autumn, just focus on my voice. Think about something other than Halloween. Focus on something else. Something you love that isn't Halloween. Let that love take over all of your Halloween thoughts and feelings. When I snap my fingers, you will wake up and not have any addictive feelings towards Halloween. 3, 2, 1. How do you feel?
I feel great.
Tell me, what comes to mind when I say the word Halloween?
Costumes and candy? I don't know.
No emotional attachment towards Halloween.
No?
Excellent! I'll be in the other room with your sister and Noah.
Okay, I'll be out in a minute.
I think that the meditation really helped, and I do think that it...
Here I come! Merry Christmas!
Well, that's all we have for this month. Hope you enjoyed our stories from October and have a happy Halloween.
And don't forget, you can always visit us online at www.mustang.media or hit us up on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat. See you next time, Mustangs.
Here's Sophia Sartori with the story.
It was so funny. God, thanks, girls. And for the record, the best D&G sandwich is in fact the egg salad. Oh, I just, nope, wait. Whoa, who's that?
You have to go back. But if I don't have my contact in, I can see close by now.
So it switches it. I think so.